30 seconds and counting.
Hey, what's good, yo? Welcome back to another video. It's Anish. I'm joined with Drew, and today we're going to be going over how Pep Hamilton makes his coaching staff so much better. And obviously, with the hire of Lovie Smith, the whole process was very whack. But the fact that we were able to get Pep Hamilton on our coaching staff is huge, because he's someone who interviewed with 4 other teams: the Jaguars, the Bears, the Panthers, and the Giants, for their offensive coordinator position, and Pep chose us. So, Drew, what about Pep Hamilton makes you excited, and what can you see him do with their offense?
Well, the thing about Pep Hamilton is that he's just completely different from our former offensive coordinator, Tim Kelly. I'm not sure if Tim Kelly had a certain scheme that he had. It was more like a Bill O'Brien's, Patriot, whatever, run, pass kind of deal. But Pep Hamilton, from what I've seen, he's going to bring in a system that he ran before in Indianapolis, where it is called the no-coast system, which emphasizes running with power by creating mismatches, early down completions as an extension of the run game, being efficient on third down, taking shots downfield. So a couple of things with that is that you're going to see a little bit of a different running game, probably using motion, pulling guards just to create a more favorable situation. You're not just running up the middle. Keep in mind, no coast brings a lot of West Coast tendencies, which could imply outside zone, inside zone, the zone, and a true power of pulling guards running is kind of what you're going to see. Early down completions as an extension of the run game is kind of what you see with the 49ers, Rams, Chiefs, where they use their quick wide receivers. They either check it down, give them a little touch pass, possibly hand it off to those fast receivers, which is something the Texans may need to look into the draft free agency to find. I know they have Philip Dorsett, Brandon Cooks. Those are pretty quick receivers that they have. They could possibly use in that, area. Being efficient on third down, first of all, he's going to have to start with staying on schedule and getting into 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 4th situations. You can't, have long 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15 situations, which we saw a lot with Tim Kelly. So you're just going to be efficient, call the right plays, make it easy for the quarterback to make the correct read on third down, just move the sticks. And the thing Pep Hamilton did a lot in Indianapolis was take shots downfield. They're one of the most dynamic offenses around Indianapolis. We saw big games from T.Y. Hilton, who was the big deep threat that always shredded the Texans up. And Pep Hamilton could bring that here. They're going to have to stay on schedule, though. Like I said, this offense cannot get in rhythm. It will not work. It's not exactly West Coast, but it's going to have some tendencies. But they're going to try to be balanced in the running and pass game. They're going to try to create mismatches. They're going to take advantage of what defense gives them. And Pep Hamilton has also said that he's going to take advantage of the personnel that he has on the team. So I think that's something new, something that I like, and a big advantage for Davis Mills keeping stability, and a big advantage for the offense just having some new creative offensive mind as the offensive coordinator. So I absolutely love that he's going to be the offensive coordinator for the Texans.
And I absolutely love that he's able to bring his own guys as well, from this coaching staff. And we've seen that, last year we saw Nick Caserio had a huge influence in the coaching staff. And obviously some of the guys were retained this year. But we've seen more of Lovie's guys or connections, networks of Lovie Smith being hired, and Pep Hamilton on the offense. And it seems like, as far as QB coach, that it's not going to be Josh McCown. We haven't seen any news about Josh McCown being on the staff, even though Lovie did say that he could be on the staff. He'd love to have him. And as far as what happened with the Colts, a lot of people thought Pep Hamilton got scapegoated because Chuck Pagano's job was in serious doubt. And so, but obviously there's just a lot of tension there with was Andrew Luck struggling, or was Pep Hamilton struggling? Was he using the personnel incorrectly, whatnot? And apparently the Colts thought their offense could have been better, but obviously Pep Hamilton's such a talented young mind. So it seems like Pep Hamilton, to me, if they don't hire McCown, it seems like he could be someone who might end up taking up Lovie Smith's position in the near future, because Levy kind of alluded to it. Like, he's like, I'm like kind of paving the way for younger guys. I don't know the exact quote, but it seems like that might be the case, which is why Pep Hamilton might have chose the Texans over the other guys, because he might have known like this kind of contingency plan. But either way, this seems very exciting. How do you think like Pep Hamilton being the offensive coordinator, like how do you think that might affect like free agency or the draft? Do you think the Texans, I mean last year we saw with the draft Pep Hamilton's influence in getting Nico Collins and then Davis Mills, do you think he'll have a similar effect? Probably the same, probably more, but what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, probably more like you said. They got Nico Collins. They're going to need to get some guys on the team, like another speedy receiver, a true slot receiver, young slot receiver. Of course, Danny Amendola is heading to be 37 years old. He's the starting slot receiver currently that we have. So look out for a guy like Wan'Dale Robinson, the wide receiver from Kentucky. Put him in the backfield like a Deebo Samuel role. And they just need to find offensive linemen that may better fit his scheme. You know, like I said, I think ultimately Pep Hamilton's going to take advantage of the guys that he has on his offense. But to say that Nick Caserio won't look for Pep Hamilton's input on players he want would be silly. Like you said, the Nico Collins thing just tells me already that Pep Hamilton has been involved. There was always going to be a chance that he was going to be the offensive coordinator. We knew there was rumblings of Tim Kelly being fired. So Pep Hamilton has had input already. I think he's going to get more. I think he should try to get as many of his guys, coaching staff-wise. He's got multiple guys on here. Tight end coach Burnage was in Indianapolis. Assistant offensive line coach Hunter Jr. was there in Indianapolis too. Ted White, the offensive assistant, was the quarterback coach for Pep Hamilton's team in the XFL. So Pep Hamilton has fingerprints all over this offense right now, a little bit last year too. So he's definitely going to have input in what they do in the draft and in free agency.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it for the video. Let us know how y'all feel about Pep Hamilton being the next Texans offensive coordinator. Really hope that it's way different, like you mentioned, from the typical O'Brien tendencies. I know that's definitely going to change, so I'm already happy for that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Let us know your thoughts on this hire, and as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.